Why play Bel'Veth Jungle? Well, she has ridiculous mobility with multiple dashes. She is a monster in a teamfight. She can scale infinitely as the game goes on, and she cuts through tanks and squishies alike. However, she does have a weaker early game, and she can be shut down by hard CC. Bel'Veth's first passive is after using an ability she becomes ghosted, and her next 2 attacks get a good chunk of additional attack speed. Her second passive is her lavender stacks. She gains 1 stack per large minion or monster killed, and 2 stacks for each champion or epic monster takedown. For each stack obtained, she gains a solid amount of attack speed. Bel'Veth's Q is a unique ability where she has 4 arrows around her. She can then use Q to dash in a direction which will put that direction on cooldown. The dash will damage enemies it passes through, and the cooldown is reduced the higher the attack speed. Bel'Veth's W is a straight line skill shot where she knocks enemies up and slows them. If this hits an enemy champion, the cooldown of your Q is reset in the direction that the W lands. Bel'Veth's E is a channeled ability where she gains 70% damage reduction and attacks around herself. The number of these attacks will increase with attack speed, and she gains a large amount of lifesteal over this time. The attacks will target the enemy with the lowest health, and it will deal increased damage the lower their health. Bel'Veth's ultimate has a lot to it. Firstly, it has a passive where every second attack against the same target deals bonus true damage, which can infinitely scale against the same target. The active can only be used after an epic monster or champion takedown. Each time an enemy champion or epic monster dies, they drop a void coral which Bel'Veth can click on to eat. When eating, she slows nearby enemies, then explodes, dealing true damage to all enemies around. And then she enters her true form. In this form, she gains max health, movement speed out of combat, attack range, attack speed, and her Q can now go through walls. In addition, eating a void coral from Rift Herald or Baron grants her this form for 3 minutes, where champion takedowns only gives it to her for 1 minute. While in true form, eating another void coral will refresh the duration and heal her. And finally, when in true form, after eating the Baron or Herald buff, minions that die nearby become little void creatures which will run down the lane. For combos, dash to your target with Q into W into Q if you need help getting onto them. After this, auto twice before dashing again, then auto twice, dashing again, and so on so forth, using W to knock them up and E to protect yourself as needed. For Masteries, take this. Her attack speed is already so high you get more benefit from Conqueror. For build orders, start Red Knife refillable before getting Kraken Slayer and tier 2 boots. Following this, a Bork and Death Dance are great pickups before finishing a build with any of these. For skill orders, start Q, then E, then W before maxing Q, then E, then W, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Smite. Starting the game, you're looking to farm hard to your great mid and late game. You'll usually want to do a full jungle clear, remembering you gain permanent attack speed for each monster killed. Make sure to make use of your Q through as many units as possible, then the extra attack speed for the 2 attacks after. Following this, go for a Scuttle Crab or look for a gank. When ganking, you usually want to dash in with Q, use your W to knock up, and then dash on them again. With your insane damage, any follow-up CC is usually a kill. When you hit level 6, you're looking to enter your true form ASAP. Your target here should heavily be Rift Herald, as this will give it to you for 3 minutes. Keep prioritizing neutral objectives as much as possible. Entering late game teamfights, you want to play the AD carry resetting hyper carry role. Spam out tons of damage onto their front line using your Q to keep yourself safe and hunt down the first kill. After the first kill, eat the void coral and keep hunting down everything till it's dead. Use W on as many targets as possible, and when you're in danger, use E to keep yourself alive.